What's up, everybody? How you beautiful people doing today? Let's get a chair squeak in. Just got out of seeing The Batman. The Batman. Alright, I told you I'd give you my thoughts on it, so here I am. The Batman. I thought it was good. Possibly great. In between excellent and good. Maybe even excellent. I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. This was definitely, you can definitely say that The Dark Knight is back. The Dark Knight is back. With a vengeance. Excellent movie. I'm going to start out. We're not going to do spoilers for this part. I'll save it for the later part. But for now, just give me my thoughts on it. Very well directed movie. The cinematography is great. The lighting's great. You get a real feel for this is a broken city, and it's pretty run down. Gotham is not, in this movie, Gotham is not a place that you want to live or grow up in. It was probably the darkest Batman movie I've ever seen. Definitely the darkest, actually, now that I think of it. I mean, there were moments in there where I was like, man, it seems like they're pushing for an R rating with this one. So that was really good. Robert Pattinson he was a good Batman. Good Batman. I don't know if I'd rank him right now, but because I just got out of the theater, I'll probably give it some time before I rank him amongst the other guys. But he was good. Maybe even damn good. As Bruce Wayne, though, I'm not too sure about that. Because when he's even as Bruce Wayne, he doesn't really. As Bruce Wayne, he hardly ever talks to people, even though people are coming up to him. Oh, you're Bruce Wayne. You're the prince of the city. The acting was phenomenal. This might be the most well-acted Batman movie I've ever seen. The story was good. It was great. I mean, if you're going into this thing, I know a lot of people went into this thinking, like, how good can this movie really be? Because they have trepidations about Batman. I certainly would after the last couple Batman appearances, in those movies that I thought were garbage. Batman versus Superman and the Justice League movie. I can't stand those movies, personally. But, some people enjoy them. But I recommend you go see it. Definitely, it's worth a watch. How about this? I'll rank this Batman movie against the other ones I've seen, starting with the Michael Keaton Batman from 1989 or 1990, whenever that one came out, to now. And I'm talking about live action Batman. I'm not throwing any cartoon ones in there. But I'd probably rank this number 3. First being The Dark Knight, second being Batman Begins. I'd rank this movie, The Batman, at number 3. Some people hold the Michael Keaton Batman movies up on a pedestal way up here. I don't, even though I enjoyed them. Just the style of them, and it's just not my cup of tea, really. But, I mean, I do think they're good movies. So, Batman from 1989 or whatever would probably be number 4. So, and then Dark Knight Rises 5, maybe. But once you get down in that territory, the movies don't get so good. But yeah, this was probably the third best Batman movie I ever saw. And I don't know. I want to see it again. I can't wait to go see it again. I'll probably go and see it again in the theaters because I got a buddy who wants to see it. He couldn't go today, but he really wants to see it. I went and saw it with another friend and Callie. For those of you who miss her, she will be on some videos soon. So if you guys are subscribing to this channel just for her, don't worry, she'll be back. All right. Now, I think I should get into some spoilers. So, everybody, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. This is a spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. This is a goddamn spoiler warning. So, you've been warned, okay? Spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Batman dies. No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. Does not happen. Okay. So, this movie, I think this movie was once supposed to be called Year 2, but apparently it's the second year where Batman is Batman. Okay, so he's done some damage. It seems like the characters in the movie, other than the Gordon character, hello Gordon, that's played by Jeffrey Wright, he is the only one that really likes Batman or trusts him. Of course, there's Alfred too, but that's obvious. But everyone else in the city, even the citizens, they're not sure about this guy. They don't think he's a good guy. So they don't see him as, like, you know, the Dark Knight kind of savior figure that a lot of other characters do. So when the movie opens, there's one scene where he's coming onto a crime scene at the invite of Gordon, and there's police everywhere, and the police are like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this guy doing here? You know, like, how could he be invited onto this crime scene? So, the Riddler is the main villain. Although you don't see much of him, because it's another thing about the movie, they take their time with this. It's almost 3 hours long. They take their time, and I think it was a great decision because, you know, there's a lot of detective work going on with Batman and the Gordon character. And basically, you know, Riddler he's kidnapping top officials in Gotham and killing them and leaving clues. And throughout the movie, you know, it turns out he gets another guy. And they're all, like, top officials in the city of Gotham. One of them's the mayor. Another one's the police commissioner. Another one is, he actually goes after Bruce Wayne at one point. He also goes after one of the crime lords. I believe it was Falcone. Yeah, it was Falcone. And the entire time, Batman's trying to figure out what is the purpose of this, because he knows there's a hidden message behind this. And it just leads it. But other than that, you don't see Riddler throughout the entire movie, which I think was a good move. You see a lot of the Falcone character played by John Turturro, who did a great job. You see a lot of the Penguin played by Colin Farrell. You can't even recognize that guy with all the prosthetics he has on. And Colin Farrell him as the Penguin, he was actually making me laugh a lot throughout the series. He's got this thick New York accent, and he's got all this prosthetics all over his face. So he looks like this, you know, almost 300-pound nut job who has a sense of humor too, you know. But also, so the Riddler is not in the movie until the very end, when he does something that pretty much he assassinates one character, and then at the end of the movie, and then he actually pretty much just gives himself up. I don't know if you saw the trailer, but it's that scene where he's in the diner. He, like, assassinates somebody with a rifle, and then goes in the diner, and then just sits there and gets arrested. So after he gets arrested, you're thinking, like, oh, well, it's the end of the movie. No. He gets arrested in the movie. They put him in a jail cell, and they let Batman talk to him. And that's when I was like, okay, this is not over, because there's got to be something wild that's about to happen. So it turns out that he had rigged a bunch of vans with explosives at certain points in the city. And he's waiting to talk to Batman because he thinks that Batman has been helping him throughout this. That's the crazy thing. He sees Batman as like his accomplice or brother or whatever. He actually likes Batman, even though he does not know who he is. They tease that he might know that Batman's Bruce Wayne, but it turns out that he doesn't. He thinks that Batman is like this guy who's, because they all hate like the rich and powerful, or Riddler does. Riddler hates the rich and powerful, and he sees Batman as a guy who's helping him get back at these people. Basically, the people who hold the keys to the kingdom and places of power and things like that. So, as he's talking to Batman, he's like, "But you helped me do it," and Batman's like, "What are you talking about? You're a lunatic. You know, like, you're insane and you need to be locked up here forever." And he's like, "But you need to watch this with me because this is our moment." So all the vans start exploding. These walls that they blew up allow the city to be... I don't think it was the whole city, but the main part of the city, it allowed it to be flooded. And then at the same time, apparently Riddler was gathering, crazy people online to follow his messages that he was putting out. So one of the people that's running for mayor, she's up on a podium at some place, and apparently all of Riddler's followers have weapons and have stationed themselves there, like dozens of them. And they start shooting it out with all these people from the rafters. And then Batman comes in at the last minute and starts wrecking people away. It was phenomenal. They had a great car chase scene in there. The Batmobile, badass. It looks like... The Batmobile looks like a cross between like a American muscle car and a monster truck. That's what it looks like. I was like looking at the Batmobile from the trailer. I was not too sure about it, but when I actually saw it in the theater, it was like, it was badass, but it was also different. Like, they took a whole different route with it, Like, in The Dark Knight, it looked like... The Batmobile looked like a tank. In the Michael Keaton Batman movies, it looked like a toy car or something. There was the wings flapping everywhere. It was just flapping everywhere. But this Batmobile was fucking dope. It didn't actually look like a Batmobile. It looked like a monster truck that was cloned with a American muscle car. But yeah, it was just... I'm probably going to wrap it up now because I've been talking too long. But this was an excellent movie. Please go watch it. Let me know what you think, because I'm curious to see what you guys think. I thought it was great. I'd give it scale 1 to 10. I'd give it an 8. It was definitely a good movie. 8 out of 10. And I will definitely be going to see it again. So I hope you guys too. Once again, the acting in it is great. I love the acting, and the look of the film was phenomenal. It looked like they put a lot of thought into this. And Catwoman, what's her name? Zoe Kravitz. She was fantastic. She might be the best Catwoman, I think. I don't know, Michelle Pfeiffer, and then what was the other one that did it? And I forget her name. The one that was in The Dark Knight Rises. But Zoe Kravitz character, like, you actually felt like she was in a lot of emotional pain. It was really good story. But anyway, guys, go see it. It's definitely worth a watch. I'm gonna stop talking. Just go see it. Okay? Let me know what you think too. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time, and I'll be putting on more videos soon. Trust me. All right, guys. Take it easy.